What's up with the fam? It's your boy Preston McCullough Jr. here, back at it again with another video. So fam, in the last video that I did, I actually mentioned that I was gonna give y'all the inside scoop on a new business that I started in July of 2025, just a few months ago, right? And that's the micro market business, fam. Micro markets. Micro markets are pretty much like the updated AI smart machine system of what a vending machine is, right? Anybody who's been to the airport lately, you may or may not know, but these are basically the machines where you pretty much just tap your card, tap your phone, where you got your payment information stored. Boop, you tap it, open up the doors, and you can grab out anything that you want out of the machine, right? Just like this example right here. All you gotta do is figure out what you're gonna sell and where you're gonna sell it. That's one thing that I love about it, right? But the main thing that I love about this business is, for the first time, I think I found a business that I can actually scale, right? The way that I started this business was before I bought any equipment, before I even knew what the heck I was gonna sell, fam, I looked for a location first, right? And listen, when I tell y'all God had his hand over this whole situation, like, I believe in God. I'm a Christian, right? I believe in Jesus Christ, God the Father, the Holy Spirit. I believe in the Trinity. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that's important to know. I think I'm gonna try to mention that in every single video that I do. But God had his hand over this whole situation, right? Like this was something that I was pursuing. I already did the research, but I was kind of like lackadaisically like pursuing it. I wasn't really hitting the ground real hard trying to get new accounts. It was one of those things that I wanted to do a long time ago, and I never pursued it. And then my wife actually brought the idea up again years later. I would say, if I were to guess about when, I would say about May of 2025. She was like, hey, I think we need to do this vending machine business. Look at these new smart AI systems that we got out right now that call micro markets, right? She was telling me about a company called Cantaloupe, right? That's a nugget right there. That's somewhere where you can probably get some of these smart machines at, right? So I did the research. I'm like, dang, these are really, really cool. These are some cool machines, right? So I didn't think much about it. You know how when you get you a new car, all of a sudden you start seeing that car all over the road? That's kind of how it was. Like, we did the research. I looked into it. My wife gave me all the information to research. I researched it, and then all of a sudden I started seeing opportunities when I wasn't seeing opportunities before. So here's an example. The YMCA that I go to, right? I've been going there. I work out there. I've been a member there, and I actually volunteer coach flag football, soccer. You know, I volunteer coach some of the little league teams there. And my sons actually play, and my daughter plays sports there too. So I just noticed that the machine never works, right? Never works. Dollars getting stuck, it's never filled up. And it just looks like an old product. Like, it just looked like an old product. So I ended up asking to speak to a manager there. And again, I had a pretty good rapport with everybody there because I've been going there and volunteering so long. And I was like, hey, can I put a new machine in here? Because this machine is never working, right? He was like, huh, you know, give me your contact information, you know, give me your email address, reach out to me, send me an email, you know, give me your website and all this type of stuff. And I gave him all the information. I didn't hear anything from him for about 2 weeks, right? So I followed up with him. I was like, hey, you know, about that opportunity, right? And tell me why this guy kept blowing me off, right? Kept blowing me off. So I ended up speaking to the assistant manager, which is the manager right up under him. And I asked him, I'm like, hey, are you guys still interested in, you know, me possibly putting a machine in here? Long story short, the manager ended up using my complaint and the information that I gave him to actually shop around me. He actually went out and pursued other people who could service the YMCA, other vending machine companies, right? Because he just didn't want to give me the opportunity for whatever reason, right? Let me tell you how God intervened. The guy actually ended up not working there anymore, right? Like, he ended up, I don't know if he got fired, if he quit, whatever. He ended up losing his job, right? Or whatever. whatever happened. So the assistant manager ended up, after he was gone, the assistant manager ended up communicating with the regional manager who was overseeing that YMCA while they were temporarily in the process of looking for a new executive branch manager for that facility, right? He ended up reaching out to her because she was just kind of floating over that facility and her primary facility, right? And she actually was the one who gave us a shot. She was like, okay, well, since you guys communicate so much, it looks like whoever he's been trying to reach out to before he lost his job, they never really replied back. So she reached out to me, gave us the opportunity. Fam, when I tell you I hit the ground running, we didn't have a machine. We had just did our website. We threw it together real quick, and I'll link our website below. It's called MacWorthVending.com, right? We shopped around, we got us a vending machine. We ended up shopping around for products, right, that mirrored the exact same products that they were selling before. I just got the same exact products because I noticed, fam, the machine was always empty. So that told me that people actually bought that stuff. The machine just sucked, right? They loved the new machine that we put in there. So much so that the regional manager actually wanted us to put a vending machine in her location. Come to find out that she was having some of the same problems with the vending machine provider at her location. It was just, the logistics of it is why these managers a lot of times are extremely hesitant to allow new vendors to come in, especially with heavy equipment like a vending machine. Yeah, cameras and all that, yeah. Nice to meet you too. Because I'm working all day, so. Oh man, such a headache.
Well, this is a new one, isn't it?
Yeah. So fam, right? So that's 2 locations. That quick. Think about what I just said. God did that, right? Okay, now check this how we got this third location out, fam. So sometimes I like doing my fill-ups on Sundays, either Sunday mornings or early in the morning, like 5 a.m. on Monday mornings, right? For whatever reason, this particular day, I didn't go in the morning on a Sunday. I ended up going after church on a Sunday. And I was filling up the machine. I was on my way out of there. There was this kid who I used to always talk to. And he never even knew that I owned the vending machine that was in there. But I always talk to him about life, you know. And I'm filling up this machine. And I see this kid walk by. And I just speak to him like I have been for the past couple of years, right? And we had like a little brief 2-minute conversation. He'd leave and go to the car. Didn't think nothing of it. Then next thing you know, this lady come like probably like a minute after him, and she walked past me and she started asking me about my machine. And I'm like, you know, I'm telling her about it. I'm like, yeah, you know, we've been in here for about a couple of months so far, you know, and I'm asking her opinion and if she liked it and all that type of stuff, and if there's anything that she would like to see us add to the machine, you know, and all that type of stuff. And, you know, and she ended up asking me, she was like, hey, are you guys interested in new accounts? I was like, of course, you know, yes, I'm interested in new accounts. But fam, when I tell you I didn't take her seriously, I did not take her seriously. And I was like, yeah, I would love a new account, you know. And she was like, well, I think I may have an opportunity for you. So she asked me for a card, and I gave her my wife's number and her email address, and I said, hey, this is my wife's information. I don't have any business cards on me. Just reach out to her, let her know that you're interested in our services, or you may have a lead for us. By the time I got home, she actually called my wife, and they ended up exchanging information. Come to find out, this lady is a regional manager. She's also a regional manager of a luxury apartment complex, right? And listen, fam, when I tell you this account has been a blessing also, right? Like, this account has been a blessing. It's not the highest performing account that we have, but it has been a blessing. Long story short, the reason that this lady ended up giving us an opportunity was because the kid, she never knew who that guy was at the YMCA who would talk to her son, who would always have him uplifted, you know. And fam, listen, I was so shocked that kid who I was talking to was her son. And because of God using me to pour into her son, this lady ended up giving me an opportunity. So again, these are things that like I pursued and I went after, but it was like I did part of the work, but God opened up the doors. Like he finished the work for me, right? And ever since then, fam, like I've been so encouraged about this business. I've been going out there and physically going out there just like selling. Every time I got any spare time in between me running my primary business, in the meantime, I'm out there selling. Like I'm out there trying to get new accounts. I'm talking to schools. I'm talking to school districts. I'm talking to luxury apartments. Like, but certain ones, not all of them are the best locations, but certain ones. I'm talking to gyms. I'm talking to hotels. Like I'm just out there selling, right? Getting turned down like 100 times out of 100, right? But my skin is getting thicker. Like just me realizing that the Lord opened up these doors for me, fam. Like I'm so encouraged in the business that I can actually scale, right? So listen, fam, if you want me to elaborate further, I will, but I feel like that's a good place for me to end the video. That's another business that I started, and I would love to give y'all more information. I would love to share with y'all like the specific details, like anything specific that you may have questions about, like the types of machines that we use, like where we buy our products, like who the competitors are, like how do I go out there and sell, like anything that y'all need to know. I would love to put it together in another video, but I didn't want to make this video too long, fam. I just wanted to share with y'all firstly how God was the one who opened up these doors for us. But with that being said, fam, that's all I got to say, fam. Thank y'all for watching. Holla at your boy.